Hello everyone, you're at the latest market news on May the 13th, 2021. Tesla refuses to sell electric cars for bitcoins. Electric car manufacturer Tesla has temporarily stopped accepting bitcoins as means of payment, company CEO Elon Musk said. He noted that digital currency is a good idea on many levels with a promising future, but Tesla cannot afford to harm the environment because of the unenvironmental way it is obtained. The company will also not sell its bitcoins or use them for operations until the cryptocurrency is mined using sustainable energy sources. The company allowed cars to be sold for bitcoins on March the 24th. Until now, this payment method has only been available to U.S. customers. Against the backdrop of Tesla's announcement, the value of Bitcoin fell by more than 17%. However, it rose back above $50,000 in Asian trading on Thursday, recouping some of its fall. U.S. inflation figures jumped to 13-year peak. U.S. inflation rose in April to its highest level since the eve of the 2008 financial crisis. At last year's collapse in oil prices and the rising economic recovery combined to produce the kind of figures many market participants feared. According to government data released on Wednesday, the consumer price index rose 4.2% year-on-year, well above the consensus forecast of 3.6%. However, the rise in prices in April alone made it clear that the jump was not entirely the result of last year's misalignment with oil prices. The biggest factor contributing to this jump was a 10% rise in used car and truck prices, which in turn was driven by various factors such as the economy reopening, the abandonment of mass transit, and inventory shortages in the automotive industry due to global chip shortages. Global equity markets fell following U.S. indices. Asian shares fell to 7 weeks' loss on Thursday after a shocking rise in U.S. inflation shook Wall Street and caused bond yields to surge on fears the Federal Reserve may be forced to go ahead with an early policy tightening. The broadest MSCI index of Asia-Pacific equities outside Japan lost 0.9%, although trading was weakened by holidays in several countries. Japan's Nikkei index fell 2% to its lowest level since early January. Stock markets have already fallen into negative territory this week amid concerns over inflation and a sell-off in Wall Street's tech sector. Futures on the Euro Stoxx 50 also picked up on the overnight drop and lost 0.7% along with the FTSE slight fall. The day before, the Dow Jones index lost 0.93%, the S&P 500 1.20%, and the Nasdaq 1.91%. Fed officials were quick to play down the impact of the monthly data, with Deputy Chairman Richard Clarida saying that stimulus measures will still be needed for some time to come. Colonial Pipeline reopens after being hacked. The U.S. Colonial Pipeline on Wednesday began gradually resuming operations after a cyber attack that led to its temporary closure and caused fuel shortages in the United States. It will take several days for the pipeline to fully resume operations, the operator said. The shutdown of the largest fuel pipeline in the U.S. has reduced fuel supplies by around 2.5 million barrels a day. As a result, motorists began panicking and buying up petrol, which in turn led to queues at petrol stations and fuel prices rising by $3, reaching their highest level since October 2014. The FBI blamed the attack on the hacker group DarkSide, which is believed to be based in Russia or Eastern Europe. On Monday, U.S. President Joe Biden said there was no evidence of Russian responsibility for the incident.